Assalamu alaikum everyone, I am Noor Zainab. In this video, we will discuss what is a scientific argument, what is the structure of a scientific argument, and we will also discuss how this structure is applied in different formats. Basically, scientific arguments appear in speeches, written articles, and brochures. Understanding this structure helps us to analyze, create, and critically evaluate them. Scientific argument basically consists of 6 main parts. The first is the claim, premises, counterclaim, rebuttal, assumptions, and conclusion. Claim is also known as the main idea of the scientific argument. It is the main statement or a position the speaker or author is trying to prove. It is the main central idea of the argument. For example, investing in renewable energy is crucial for future, or switching to electric vehicles will reduce air pollution in cities. So this is the main idea which the speaker or the author is trying to prove us. The second part is the counterclaim, or which is also known as the evidence. Basically, it is an opposing statement that challenges the main claim. It shows the argument's other side. For example, renewable energy is too expensive and unreliable, and like electric cars still have high costs because of battery production. Basically, counterclaim is the opposite of claim. The third part is the rebuttal or objection. It means the opposing view. Basically, a rebuttal responds or answers to the counterclaim with evidence or logic to weaken or disprove the counterclaim. For example, we say innovations in energy storage have made renewable energy more reliable, and battery recycling and technology improvements have reduced electric car costs. So these are our answers to the counterclaim. And the fourth part of the scientific argument is the premises, which is also known as the evidence. It means that premises are reasons or evidence that support the main claim. They are the main foundation of your argument. For example, burning fossil fuels releases large amount of carbon dioxide. This is the main evidence, or we can say the premise. Solar and wind power do not produce carbon emissions during operation. This is also a premise. Both are premises, we can say, or the evidences that support the main claim. Next, we have assumptions or hidden beliefs. They are ideas which are taken for granted without direct proof. They underlie the argument and shape the reasoning. For example, cutting carbon emissions is important. Our people agree that climate change is a serious issue. So basically, assumptions are ideas without any direct proof. Last but not the least, a scientific argument has a conclusion, which is also the final message. The conclusion wraps up the argument, showing the final decision or action, which is based on the claim, premises, and rebuttals. For example, we have conclusion that we must invest in renewable energy to ensure a sustainable future. Or we can say promoting electric cars is the best way to improve urban air quality. This is the second conclusion of the second claim. So in this way, we have discussed all the parts of a scientific argument. The first one is the claim, which is the main idea, that what are you trying to prove. The second is the premise or the evidence, which are the reasons or proofs for the claim. The third part is the counterclaim or the opposing view, which are the arguments against your claim. Fourth one is the rebuttal or the response, which challenge the counterclaim. The fifth one is the assumptions or the hidden beliefs which are taken for granted. And the last one is the conclusion, which is the final message. So now let's discuss that how we can apply this scientific argument in real life in different formats. Scientific arguments are used in speeches. For example, we have a claim that renewable energy is important for our future. So the premise we have is that fossil fuels are limited, they pollute the environment, and renewable energy boosts the economy. And now we have a counterclaim which says that renewable energy is very expensive. Here the rebuttal is that new technology improves efficiency and lowers the cost. And we conclude that we must prioritize renewable energy investment. The second application of scientific arguments is in written articles. For example, claim is that electric vehicles reduce city air pollution. So we have a premise that they produce no emissions and therefore cities have high pollution. Now we are having counterclaim that says battery production is very costly, and the rebuttal is that recycling and technology reduces costs and environmental impact, and hence we conclude that promoting electric cars is the best strategy for cleaner air. The third application is in brochures and promotional materials. For example, we have a claim that our eco-friendly product is the best choice. Premises are that they are made from 100% recycled materials, reduce waste and pollution. Whereas we are having a counterclaim which is opposite to the claim that it's very expensive and less durable. The rebuttal is that it is competitively priced and durability is tested. And hence it is concluded in the brochure that choosing their product ensures a greener, sustainable future. Claim is what you are trying to prove. Premises means that why it is true. Counterclaim is the opposing side. Rebuttal is why the opposition is wrong. Presumptions means that what you are taking for granted, and conclusion is your final message. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, you can write it in the comment section.